Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. Today I'm going to talk about how you can save a lot of money buying strawberry plants now, and really how we can propagate them in these seed trays. And maybe I'll show you a little bit of what they look like out in my garden. But this is really about saving money. Late August, late summer, early fall is a wonderful time to plant strawberry plants. They will establish, they can take a light frost, the root systems can set up. Here in Maryland, zone 7, my ground freezes, temperatures get into the lower 20s, sometimes teens over the winter, and the strawberry plants come back. I don't protect them, I don't do anything. I leave them in containers, vertical towers, and in the ground, and they do fine. So they're very, very hardy. How you save money is I don't recommend going to the big box stores. You're going to be paying $5 for a single strawberry plant. That's just not worth it. The plant here was from a local nursery. There are 2 plants in there. It was $10. What's really cool, I don't know if you can see that, but it was $9.95. What's really cool about nurseries is a lot of the strawberry plants stay in these pots through the summer, and they do their thing. They send out all these runners which can be transplanted into cells like this. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'll set this up with soil and go over the process for doing that. So $10, 2 plants. I counted the baby strawberry plants on here. Basically there's about 20 to 25, so that's only really 60 cents a plant if you include the cost of getting a tray and some soil like that. What happens is your mature strawberry plants or your maturing strawberry plants send out runners. That's just what they do. And then a strawberry plant starts to grow. If you put this tip right into the ground, make sure it stays moist, it's going to root out. And they root out something like this. When I just bought this plant, I had to move it from the nursery and pulled out some of the roots. So this is all it does is you just put this right into soil, it roots out, you have a strawberry plant, and it's pretty much for free. Now if you want to check out the Rusted Garden on Instagram, I do 1-minute garden reels there, and I showed actually where I bought these and talked about buying the strawberry plants at local nurseries. So I spend $10, I get 2 mature plants in here, all these runners. So late August, late summer, early spring is a great time to get these runners set up to propagate them. Let me show you how I did that. A couple of things. We're going to start these outdoors. Do not put these into or onto the southern side of your house or anywhere like that. You don't want the sun beating down on here. Put the tray on the north side, east side of your house. You're going to keep it there 10 to 14 days. And you want to keep your potting mix or starting mix, you can really use anything that you want, moist for that 10 to 14 days, because that moisture contacting the tip right here is going to really basically generate the roots for the plant. The roots will grow into these cells in about 14 days. You know, we'll check them. If the root system looks good, we'll put them in the ground. If not, we'll wait another week. So we're waiting about 10 to 21 days to get everything set up in here, and then we're going to go pop them into the ground. You want to leave the runner that comes from the main plant intact. So basically we're dropping in the plants. I'm going to do more of that in a second. Leave the runner intact. That will help support the plant, and then after the roots are established in that 14-day period, we'll cut them free. So make sure you set this up where you want it to be, because it's going to be kind of hard to pick this up and move it around, and you don't want your strawberry plants popping out. You can get a paper clip and kind of, make a rainbow, push it in and kind of staple the bottom of the strawberry plant to the soil, but it's real simple. I mean, you're basically taking right where kind of this vine, I guess, it's almost like an umbilical cord, goes to the strawberry plant, and you're just pressing it right into the soil, pinching some soil around there, and just making sure it maintains good contact. And then you could just put the paper clip right over there and press it in. And all I did was really take the runner and I just, stretch them out so that I can kind of space them into different cells, pinch it like that. Here's another one. This one will be able to go right into the cell next to it. Push it down, give it a pinch. You don't want to bury it deeply, just kind of on the surface. But these will pop out pretty easily, so put them into place. Like this one's already popping out. Let's try it again. I'll show you some ways to secure that in a second. That's all you have to do. Shady area of your house, maybe water it every other day. Just make sure it stays moist, and these are good to set up, and you're going to save yourself a lot of money. $10 for the strawberry plant. Now when you go to nurseries, whatever plants maybe didn't sell in the spring, they keep those strawberry plants there. They continue to grow, and it's in that summer season they send out all these runners. So when you're buying them towards the end of the summer, strawberry plants typically have these runners, so you're going to be able to find these at different places. This is where I'm going to set mine up. It's under cover here on my porch. It's on the northeast side, so it's not going to get that sun beating down. If you put it in the sun, I guarantee these are going to heat up, they're going to dry out, and it's going to slow the whole process that we've been talking about. I like using 17 gauge galvanized electric fence wire. Why? Well, there's a 1/4 mile on here, and it's only like really 20 bucks. So I use it for all kinds of different things in the garden. Pair of wire cutters, and I just cut it into pieces just like this, and then I make my staples, and it's really inexpensive to do it this way. So I've started setting them up a little bit right over there, and I just want to show you how to use the staples. So, and you could use a paper clip. You just kind of, you know, unwind the paper clip and use them. That's where it's good to go, and then just push that in just like that. That's perfect contact, and everything will look good. Here's another one, and you sort of have to kind of look to see where these are going to land. So this one actually lands way over there. I'll get another staple I made, push it in, and the contact is perfect. That's going to root out nicely. Now you may need 2 trays depending on how many runners you have and plants you have on there, but that's the whole basic idea. Okay, let me finish this up and then we'll wrap up. I think this is pretty cool. So this is where they're going to rest, and again, these are larger containers, something about that size. You can use yogurt cups. I sell all this at my seed shop if you want to pick them up. The larger containers will be better because they're just going to stay moist longer, because there's more soil in there, and the root systems will have more room to grow. So out of a possible 36 cells, I was able to put in 29 strawberry transplants from these 2 plants. You don't have to feed these right here. You could give the plants over here some nitrogen right now if you feel like they need it. But keep this moist, maybe water every other day. In about 10 to 14 days, the root system should be well established. Maybe they're ready to go into the ground. If not, wait about another week. But after that 10 or 14 days, you can kind of cut off the vines here, the umbilical cords. There's probably a technical name for that. And then go plant these plants over here, and these are going to be perfectly fine. At that 14-day mark, 21-day mark, if you're keeping them in these cells longer, maybe a very diluted water-soluble fertilizer feed over here. But this is a perfect way to really save yourself some money. For 10 bucks, I'm going to have 29 plus 2, 31 strawberry plants. Because I'm putting them in the ground now at the end of the summer, they're going to establish and they're going to bear fruit next year. So you're going to get fruit the following year. All right, thanks for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com, and if you want to hang around a minute, I'll show you the strawberries I'm growing in my vertical towers. Here are my strawberry towers. They're GreenStalk garden towers. I am affiliated with them if you want to check out the video description. These are perfect for growing all kinds of vegetables. So I am doing 1, 2, 3, 4 tiers of strawberry plants. You can see they're kind of beat up by the heat. These are weeds growing in this one. Let me just get rid of those while I'm here. You can see that the runners are pretty much everywhere, and that's, get that weed off of there. Hold on. Come on. So the runners are coming out of the towers, and you do the same exact thing that I was doing up there. With your open pockets, I have 1 strawberry plant here, that's okay. I'm going to tuck in another one right there, and I'm just going to use that staple, push it right in. Maybe a little bit bigger for the deeper depth here, but I've just propagated that strawberry plant. So you can also, you know, maybe it's expensive to fill up a whole tower like this. Buy enough plants just to do the top. By the time the later summer comes, you're going to have all these runners, and you can just tuck them into the different pockets. But again, I have 4 towers here. I'll be doing a video if you want to subscribe. I'm going to clean this all up. They're just beat up by the heat. Fertilize them. You can see I'm still getting strawberries. I recommend a mix of June bearing, where you get really big strawberries around June for a couple weeks, and then the everbearing will keep producing, and they'll produce again as soon as it cools down a little bit. These are going to be a little bit bigger too. They'll produce the entire season. So it's nice to mix up the different berries in your towers. All right, thanks for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com and subscribe. I'll show you how to take care of and grow an entire garden.